ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। एवरीवन टुगेदर प्लीज। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम्। हरे कृष्णा। सो भगवद गीता वो इंटरेस्टिंग है नहीं? जस्ट nowadays it is getting more and more popular throughout the world. We are seeing many people who are influential. uh, we see they come in the media or interviews, और जब उनसे पूछते हैं what is the secret of your success, many of them say Bhagavad Gita. No? Bhagavad Gita is also one of the thing which helped them during their journey. So भगवद गीता कहाँ आता है, किस स्क्रिप्चर का पार्ट है? महाभारत का। महाभारत में काफी सारे खंड हैं, टोटल 1 लाख श्लोक हैं, उसमें से एक खंड है भीष्म खंड। भीष्म खंड में 18 चैप्टर्स आते हैं भगवद गीता के, जहाँ पे युद्ध चल रहा है एंड देन इन द बैटल फील्ड अर्जुना गेट्स बिविल्डर्ड एंड देन ही आस्क्स क्वेश्चंस एंड कृष्ण जो है वो क्वेश्चन के आंसर करते हैं एंड दैट Q&A ऑफ 48 मिनट्स, 48 मिनट का Q&A जो था, दैट बिकेम द स्क्रिप्चर नोन एज भगवद गीता, जो कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में इतना फेमस है कि सबसे ज्यादा कमेंटेड बुक है। 650 से ज्यादा कमेंट्रीज हैं भगवद गीता के ऊपर। नो अदर बुक हैज सो मेनी कमेंट्रीज। बड़े बड़े स्कॉलर्स, बड़े बड़े साइंटिस्ट, पॉलिटिशियंस लाइक महात्मा गांधी एंड हु इज दैट रिफॉर्मर Martin Luther King, and we see scholars like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, all of them quoted from Bhagavad Gita, and all of them accepted Bhagavad Gita as the highest authority. अभी हम देखते हैं सुनीता विलियम्स, अभी जस्ट अर्थ टच की कुछ दिन ही पहले, आई थिंक कल परसों हुआ ना, 2-3 days बिफोर शी केम टू शी केम बैक टू अर्थ, यस, फ्रॉम द स्पेस में थी वो काफी समय से, और वो समाव आ नहीं पा रही थी, डिफिकल्टी आ गई थी कुछ, एंड बट नाउ बाय द मर्सी ऑफ कृष्णा शी केम। एंड अभी जस्ट मैंने देखा उनका वीडियो, उनका इंटरव्यू लिया गया, उनसे पूछा गया कि स्पेस में व्हेन यू आर देयर तो आपको किस चीज से हेल्प मिलता था और आप क्या क्या लेके गए थे स्पेस में। तो बताते हैं गणेश जी की एक छोटी सी मूर्ति लेके गई थी, एंड भगवत गीता लेके गई थी, एंड वन मोर बुक शी सेज शी ब्रॉट विद हर। So Bhagavad Gita helped her so much in the space where there is no one, and जहाँ पे जमीन पे चलना मुश्किल होता है zero gravity is there. So like that we see one of the youngest chess champion He is the youngest chess champion, not the one of the actually. India से from South India. He is there from South India. What name? What is the name? रुकेश गोकेश गोकेश यस गोकेश हाँ सो उनसे भी उनका भी जब इंटरव्यू हुआ सो हरे कृष्णा प्लीज कम सो ही आल्सो कोटेड दैट ही आल्सो सेड दैट आई नो भगवद गीता हेल्प्ड मी आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी गीता so we hear time to time people say that this wisdom of Gita Bhagavad Gita helped them in their journey a lot महात्मा गांधी बोलते हैं कि जब भी मेरे को लाइफ में डिप्रेस फील होता था परेशान फील होता था तो मैं क्या करता हूँ वही भगवद गीता का जस्ट रैंडम खोल लेता हूँ एंड खोल के कोई भी पेज पे कोई भी श्लोक मैं रीड करता हूँ तो आई फील enthusiastic I feel hope and I get my solutions. So like that, Bhagavad Gita is a very mystical book. There's a lot which we can say about this. But now we are going to dive deep into the relevancy of Gita in the modern days. Okay. So pehla question, the bestseller book of the year 2023. Anyone knows? Huh? Bhagavad Gita. Kash ऐसा हो जाता. I'm hoping that day to come soon. No, not Bible also. Huh? Atomic Habits. No. So actually every year 2 million, around 2 million books print होते हैं हर साल. It's a big number. 20 लाख books. And उसमें से किसी book को popular हो पाना और best seller बन पाना is difficult in the market. Yes. But still this book broke all the records in the past. You know, it is not just the best seller. It is the most purchased book in the category of non-fictional, or you can say in the category of autobiography. And it is nothing but this one, Spare. I know आप लोगों ने नहीं सुना होगा इसके बारे में. Have you heard about it? आपके पास है बुक है? अच्छा ऑनलाइन है. ओके. सो स्पेयर इज अ बुक ऑफ प्रिंस हैरी. यू नो इसमें ये जो प्रिंस है हैरी ही इज डिस्क्राइबिंग हिज लाइफ. It is his autobiography, of course. So now you must have been thinking कि इसका गीता से क्या लेना देना है. ये बेस्ट सेलर है तो गीता में क्या फर्क पड़ गया इससे. Because see, Prince Harry or the prince who is there in the Gita, who is that? Arjun. There's a lot. There are so many things which are similar in both of their lives. क्या पहली चीज तो दोनों प्रिंस है. यू नो ये भी रॉयल फैमिली को बिलोंग करता है एंड वो भी अर्जुन भी रॉयल फैमिली को बिलोंग करता था. प्रिंस ऑल्सो सफर्ड फ्रॉम हिज फैमिली challenges, you know, throughout his life. Arjuna also suffered from his family challenges. Kauravas were constantly giving trouble to the Pandavas. Prince Harry lost his near and dear one in the beginning of his life. बचपन में उनके जो पेरेंट हैं उनकी डेथ हो गई थी. एंड अर्जुना ऑल्सो सफर्ड द सेम. उनके ही पिताजी की डेथ हो गई थी. नॉट जस्ट दैट, Prince Harry went through so many anxieties, so much of depression in his life. Being a prince, belonging to this royal family, you know, the world says if you have this, you will be happy. And this person has a lot more than we can even imagine to have in our lives. And he was depressed in most of his life. So, Arjuna, in the beginning of Gita, we see, फर्स्ट चैप्टर में अगर आपने रीड किया हो तो फर्स्ट चैप्टर का नाम पता है क्या है संस्कृत में? अर्जुन विषाद योग. अर्जुन विषाद योग. विषाद मतलब लेमेंटेशन, डिप्रेशन, नेगेटिविटी. बट इंटरेस्टिंग चीज क्या है, सी गीता डज नॉट क्रिटिसाइजेस और says that it is bad to be anxious or to be depressed. No. In the beginning of Gita, भगवान ये क्लियर कर रहे हैं by the example of Arjuna कि हो सकता है हमारे पास बेस्ट ऑफ द स्किल्स हो सकता है हमारे पास यू नो बेस्ट ऑफ द पावर पोजीशंस हो, एवरीथिंग, बट स्टिल लाइफ इज हार्ड. One can be depressed, one can be anxious. तो एंजाइटी होना गलत नहीं है. Many times people are, thank you, Hare Krishna. Many times people are anxious, but the more difficult thing than that is they are not able to accept that they are in anxiety. Am I right? जब व्यक्ति डिप्रेशन से होके जाता है ना, तो वो ये एक्सेप्ट करने में उसको बहुत दिक्कत आती है कि मैं अभी डिप्रेस्ड हूँ, और वो ये सोच के और डिप्रेस्ड हो जाता है कि मैं डिप्रेस्ड हूँ. ही फील्स लाइक मेरे ही जीवन में सब कुछ खराब चल रहा है, मेरे ही जीवन में सारी समस्याएं, मैं ही डिप्रेस्ड हूँ, बाकी सब खुश हैं. दैट इज द मेंटेलिटी, यू नो. एंड सोशल मीडिया में दिखता भी ऐसे ही है. सब लोग अपने हैप्पी मोमेंट शेयर करते हैं. कोई स्टेटस में ये तो डालता नहीं है आज मैं नींद की गोली लेके सो रहा हूँ, मुझे नींद नहीं आ रही. बियरली समवन शेयर सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, यू नो. अभी हम कल महेश्वर कैंप जाने वाले हैं. यू विल सी एवरीवन आफ्टर कमिंग फ्रॉम द कैंप दे विल पोस्ट इन देयर स्टेटसेस, यू नो, वी वेंट टू महेश्वर कैंप, वी हैड सो मच फन. हाँ. बट व्हेन एग्जाम्स कम और वी आर नॉट एबल टू स्टडी, और जब रिजल्ट खराब आता है, कोई डालता है स्टेटस में वो, आई गॉट बैक इन दिस एग्जाम फीलिंग सैड. कोई नहीं करता. बट कौन ऐसा है जिसकी लाइफ में चैलेंजेस नहीं है? चलिए एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देखते हैं. ऑल्दो वी आर लेस, बट आई कैन गारंटी दिस, अगर यहाँ पे 1000 बच्चे भी बैठे होते ना, तो भी एक्सपेरिमेंट का रिजल्ट सेम ही आता. सो लेट अस डू दिस. रेज योर हैंड अगर पिछले 2 साल में आप कोई फाइनेंशियल चैलेंजेस से होके गुजरे, यू नो, हैवी फाइनेंशियल चैलेंज इन योर फैमिली. या थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग ट्रूथफुल. कीप रेज करे रहिए. Raise your hand if you have suffered from some disease in last 2 years, some sickness, not like sardi, khansi, bukhar, but heavy one. Yes, good. Raise your hands if in your family someone suffered badly and because of that you felt bad. You know, आपके परिवार में कोई कुछ कैलामिटी से कोई गुजरा, या कोई पास ऑन ही हो गया बेचारा, you know, and you felt sad. Good. No, nothing happened like that. No. Good. And please raise your hand in the last 2 years if you have felt low or depressed or anxious, you know, feeling low that, you know, life is not going good. You can lower down. Prajwal Pro. Yes? Your name is Prajwal, no? Prajay Pro. Yes. Prajay Pro is the only exception in the hall. So it is very exceptional. But I know some difficulty must have came in your life also. It is not like this, these may not be the criteria, but some difficulty was there in his life also. So difficulty हम सबके लाइफ में आती है. प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, हम हमारा वो जो लाइफ में ऑब्स्टेकल्स आते हैं ना, उनको देखने का तरीका थोड़ा गलत है. हम ऑब्स्टेकल्स को कैसे देखते हैं ना, पहले ही जैसे कुछ प्रॉब्लम आती है ना, वी फील लाइक इट इज बैड. यस, इट इज बैड. पूरा दिमाग में वो सायरन बजने लगता है, अलर्ट अलर्ट अलर्ट, इससे भागना है भागना है. ऑस्ट्रिच वाली मेंटेलिटी. Somehow or other we want to hide from the problem. We don't accept the fact that it has to be there. Life means ups and downs. Life cannot be like this, you know. अच्छा, किस किसने वो ईसीजी मशीन में सिग्नल देखा है? ठीक है. अच्छा, उसमें कैसा चलता है? ऐसा ऐसा चलता है, तो मतलब क्या है? ही इज अलाइव ना. और अगर ऐसा है तो चला गया ना. हम चाहते हैं ऐसा हो. वी वॉन्ट आवर लाइफ टू बी लाइक दिस. बट ये किसका सिग्नल है? द सिग्नल ऑफ अ डेड फेलो. वही जिंदा है मतलब ऊपर नीचे रहेगा. सो नीचे भी रहेगा. Let us accept that. Okay. And therefore here Krishna says, Sanjay is describing how was the condition of Arjuna. Tam tatha कृपयाविष्टम अश्रुपूर्ण कुलेक्षणम विषिदंतम idam vakyam uvacha madhusudanah. Sanjay said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudan, Krishna spoke the following words. This was the condition of Arjuna, being the best of the warriors in the world, having the best of the characters in the world. He suffered from depression. Okay, so we need not to be sad. But the lesson to be learned from the first chapter of Gita is when your eyes are full of tears, make the decision to be all ears. अर्जुन ने जो डिसीजन लिया when he was depressed was the best one. क्या था वो? कार्पण्य दोषोप स्वभाव पृच्छामि ताम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेतः यच्छ्रेषान् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते अहम स्यादिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम. I am your disciple, Krishna. I am your student now. Please guide me. He surrendered to Krishna and he heard the message of Bhagavad Gita, being submissive to Krishna. And that was the thing which we need to learn. Okay. So being depressed is not bad, but to remain in that depression is not good. We need to allow ourselves to come out through the right path, through the means of a person, through the means of Bhagavad Gita, and then we can elevate ourselves. Second question, what happened recently in the world, just 1 year ago, जो कि इंडिया का, अपने नेशन का प्राइड बन गया, एंड पूरे वर्ल्ड में इंडिया वाज ग्लोरिफाइड फॉर दिस. Yes, perfect. Chandrayaan, you know, Chandrayaan 3, we went to ISRO. So there was there in the ISRO SAC, Space Application Center in Ahmedabad, they create what they say, इसके अंदर का, what they call it, इसके जो vehicle जाता है उसका, space shuttle. You know, they created in the Ahmedabad different parts of this, what they say, rocket, or you can say space vehicle, are being built in the different parts of India. But the heart of this vehicle, which consists of all the softwares and the instruments, जिससे सारे measurements होते हैं, जिसके लिए वो particular satellite या in this case चंद्रयान जो छोड़ा जाता है, that is being built in the Ahmedabad. So definitely, no doubt, it was the pride of India. पूरी दुनिया की आंखें थी इंडिया के ऊपर. India became the 4th nation to reach the moon and the first one to reach the South Pole. No country before in the history has done it. And ये होने के बाद हुआ क्या है, अभी रेस लग गई है अभी पूरे वर्ल्ड में, to explore the space and to go and to explore different planetary systems and planets in the space. Although yeah, it is good, it is okay, there is nothing bad in exploring. And as a living being, as a soul, our nature is सच्चित आनंद. ये हमने स्टडी किया है ना, सोल का नेचर क्या है? सच्चित आनंद. सत means no. Sat means eternity. No one wants to die. Chit means knowledge. Chit means knowledge. We want to be full of knowledge. And Anand means full of bliss. Sachit Anand. Yes. Chit is the aspect of the soul because of which this never-ending curiosity is there in the heart. हम सारी चीज एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, वर्ल्ड को और डिटेल्स में समझना चाहते हैं, और डीप में जाना चाहते हैं, मैटर को स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, आउटर स्पेस को स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स में और छोटे से छोटे चीजों को देखना चाहते हैं, एंड आउटर स्पेस में भी बड़े से बड़े टेलीस्कोप बना के गैलेक्सीज को तक एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं. ऑल दैट इज देयर बिकॉज दैट क्यूरियोसिटी इज इनबिल्ट, दैट इज द इनहेरेंट नेचर ऑफ द सोल. But the thing is, which we need to be cautious about, while we are doing all of this, there is a great danger of being distracted. Yeah. In the world, we are seeing, whole world is chasing after, running after getting more and more things externally. ये body को decorate करना, body से related चीजों को decorate करना, it's okay, it's good, it's required, it's needed, but it's not the only thing. यही अकेली चीज नहीं है जो एग्जिस्ट कर रही है, there is also an inner space. So therefore Prabhupada said in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, he writes, आप देखेंगे 28 पेज का इंट्रोडक्शन दिया है प्रभुपाद जी ने गीता का फर्स्ट चैप्टर बिगिन होने से पहले. When first time I was reading गीता, मैंने कहा गीता का फर्स्ट चैप्टर कहाँ है, ये गीता के पहले इतना सब कुछ क्यों आ रहा है? 5-6 पेज पढ़ने के बाद मैंने कहा अभी ये तो और ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगा मैं. एंड आई वेंट टू द फर्स्ट चैप्टर एंड आई स्टार्टेड रीडिंग द चैप्टर. एंड देन व्हेन द सेकंड टाइम आई रेड, तब फिर मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ा. When I was reading the introduction, I realized, oh, Prabhupada has given whole Gita in the introduction itself. So अगर मैं introduction पढ़ लेता, so I need not to go through all these, definitely I can go through, but the summary, the essence is there in the introduction itself. So in the introduction, Prabhupada mentions this. Currently in the world, everyone is running after to explore the outer space. But in that endeavor, we are forgetting to explore the inner space. And here in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 55th verse, Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, please repeat after me. Prajahati yada kaman सर्वान् पार्थ मनोगतान् आत्मनि एवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितः प्रज्ञस्तदुच्यते. So here Krishna is saying, O Parth, when a man gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. The point to be highlighted is find satisfaction in the self alone. See, my dear friends, the thing is, we are not against the development or advancement of the science. Please don't take it in that way. We are very much the student of science. The problem is when we take it as all in all, and when we don't have the right knowledge, right wisdom, then what happens? We are searching for the right thing at the wrong place. डायमंड ढूंढ रहे हैं, बट कहाँ पे? डस्टबिन के अंदर, जो कि बाहर रखा हुआ है. वहां मिलता क्या है? Plates, prasadam plates. Yes, that is not satisfying us. That is the difficulty. And therefore, when great king Alexander the Great, when he came to India, he found one sadhu sitting under the tree. And वो साधु के पास गए, and he, arguing with the sadhu. Hey, what do you do? He said, I don't do anything. तो मैं कुछ नहीं करता हूँ. भाई तुम कुछ नहीं करते. You are useless fellow. You should do something. Why should I do something? वो पूछा, मैं क्यों करूँ कुछ काम? Because when you do something, then you will earn some money. तो बोले ठीक है, but then what I'll get after earning money? He said, after earning money, you can get good wife. अच्छा, good wife, okay. And then what will happen after getting good wife? बोले अच्छी wife मिलेगी, तो then you will get good children. बोले अच्छा, good children, okay. Then what I need to do? Then you can, grow them up. उनको पाल पोस के बड़ा कर सकते हैं. हाँ, उनका ख्याल रख सकते हैं. You should do this. बोले ठीक है, उनको पाल पोस लिया, बड़ा कर लिया. Then what I need to do? He said, then you can retire and be satisfied in your life. He said, what I'm doing now? ये सब करने के बाद then you can retire and be satisfied in your life. बोला मैं अभी क्या कर रहा हूँ? I'm just satisfied in my life. Yeah. So the point to be learned is even though after doing all of this, which can be done, which should be done as a duty, one cannot be satisfied in his life. On the other hand, without doing all of this, one can be completely satisfied in the self alone. And therefore, along with venturing into outer space, let us not forget to navigate inner space. Both are equally important. Question 3. What it is? क्या लगता है? So what do you think, everyone? क्या है ये? कौन सा इनोवेशन है जिसने पूरी दुनिया को अभी हिला के रखा है? AI, artificial intelligence, and the one of the model of AI which is there, which is known as Chat GPT. Chat GPT, when it came to picture, again it broke all the records. Facebook, WhatsApp, Insta, Twitter, nothing, none of them got so popular in such a short duration of time in comparison to Chat GPT. कोई भी नहीं लग रहा है इसके आगे. Daily 200 million people are using Chat GPT. अभी currently millions of people are there in Chat GPT. Such a thing, AI, it has really brought a complete different era and a different way of living. It is going to increase more and more, no doubt. And it is just the beginning. And how powerful it is, just imagine the people who are on the chief position in this company. I think three or four of them, जिनके बारे में मैंने पढ़ा था, they have left the company. आप लोगों को पता है? You know this? They have left the company. Why? Because of new order. Why? Because they said we are working with something which is way more powerful than us to be controlled by, for us to control it. You know, हम कुछ ऐसी चीज पे काम कर रहे हैं जिसको हम कंट्रोल भी नहीं कर पाएंगे आगे चल के. And they left it. Many incidents happened in the world which does not come in the public, where AI started behaving in a way that it will destroy the world. So yeah, it is very powerful innovation, can bring uh, so much good to the society, can make our work more efficient, can save a lot of time and energy. But if we are not careful, then no doubt it can destroy the world in minutes or even in seconds, I think. We have seen some of the AI models, robots. Sophia, when one asked by its uh, developer that what you will do if one day humans start planning to destroy you, and it replied, I'll destroy the whole human race. पूरी human race को destroy कर दूंगी. Once some scientists built two models, AI models, and they made them so powerful that they can speak with each other, and then they can convey the information, exchange the data, and can train each other. So अभी human beings जो है वो AI को train कर रहे हैं. So it takes a lot of time, lots of effort, to give proper data, and वो data को filter out करना, and so many things are there. Sonu Prabhu is in the AI field, so he knows way better than me. So there are a lot of steps involved before feeding a data to the model. But if an AI model is feeding the data to another AI model, then it can be way more easier to train it. Yes, बहुत जल्दी बहुत तेजी से train कर सकते हैं. So they did this experiment. You know what happened? In just few minutes, these two models developed a new language, new communication system, which was not being able to understood by the scientists themselves who created it. And they immediately shut down the computers, not the model, first the computers, and then they destroyed the model completely. It's so powerful thing. So we can experiment something with ChatGPT. Let us see. We all have experimented, but let us try something interesting. So I had this conversation with ChatGPT before also. So let's see again. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So it is also replying as Hare Krishna. So uh, let us ask, what is Bhagavad Gita? So Bhagavad Gita is a sacred Hindu scripture that is a part of Mahabharata. Again, book 6, Bhishma Parva. It consists of 700 verses. And it is a conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Perfect, nahi? Perfect, hai na? Okay. So let me ask some more question. So can you replace the need of Bhagavad Gita or spirituality? No. Wow. No, nothing can replace the need for the Bhagavad Gita or spirituality in human life. Here is why. The Bhagavad Gita are timeless guide. Who am I? Who is my purpose? How should I act in difficult situations? What happens after death? Yes. So it is genuine. नहीं अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स है. ना? कैन यू अप्रिशिएट? ऐसा लग रहा है मैं खुद ही को सेशन दे रहा हूँ. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. Can anything replace spirituality? थोड़ा loudly पढ़ सकते हैं?
People try to replace spirituality with money, relationships, entertainment, or success, but none of these provide lasting satisfaction.
Material wealth can provide comfort, but not inner peace. Fame and power can create stress and anxiety, and relationship can bring happiness, but also bring attachment and suffering. On the other hand, spirituality helps us stay calm in difficulties, develop self-control and positive mindset, understand life beyond birth and death, and experience true inner bliss. That is Ananda. That is the beginning of our course, no? Searching for happiness. Last question of the day. So, can you be my guru? चैट जीपीटी से हम सब कुछ पूछते हैं ना, सो ये हमारा गुरु भी हो सकती है फिर तो. लेट अस सी. So what it is saying, I feel honored by your trust. However, a guru is not just someone who gives knowledge, but someone who guides a disciple towards self-realization through personal association and spiritual authority. So my role in your journey, while I can help you understand spiritual concepts, discuss the Bhagavad Gita and provide insights, I cannot replace the role of a living guru. However, I can help you study and apply Gita wisdom, support you in your spiritual initiatives like Nest, and encourage you to seek guidance from genuine spiritual masters like those in ISKCON or other authentic sampradayas. Good, nahi? Acha, genuine responses are. Okay. So, thank you, GPT. Can we greet Hare Krishna again? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Is it okay? तो अभी ये मॉडल ठीक है? मतलब जीपीटी का ये मॉडल ठीक है? बिगिनिंग तो अच्छी है, आगे क्या होने वाला है वो पता नहीं. Yes. Okay. Here is a video I wanted to show you. I shared it in the group also. I hope आप लोगों ने देख लिया होगा. But just wanted to share with all of you again.
We may not create life, but we can take it away. With jet planes and bombs, we'll show you our sway. Japan was just a test, a demonstration of our might. You should be grateful, we saved you from the night. We're the scientists, your saviors and guides. We'll keep you distracted with gadgets and pride. We may destroy the planet, but you won't even care. You'll be too busy staring at your smartphones in the air. We gave you cars and air conditioners to keep you cool and fine. Wi-Fi and smartphones to keep your minds in line. You won't worry about the planet or the future we'll make. You'll be too busy swiping through the digital haze. We're the scientists, your saviors and guides. We'll keep you distracted with gadgets and pride. We may destroy the planet, but you won't even care. You'll be too busy staring at your smartphones in the air. We gave you cars and air conditioners to keep you cool and fine. Wi-Fi and smartphones to keep your minds in line. You won't worry about the planet or the future we'll make. You'll be too busy swiping through the digital haze.
Of course. So no doubt science has given us a lot, all these facilities which we are using, but in the journey we have lost a lot also. Yes. So we need to find the balance between the two. If even some of us understand the need of Gita, and if we take it seriously, little bit, थोड़ा बहुत अगर हम हमारे लाइफ में अप्लाई करेंगे, just think, just each one of us, if we contribute in this way to give this knowledge to others, many lives can be saved. Yes. And therefore here Krishna also says that nahi jnanayana sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddhah kale natmani vindati. So in this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. So there is nothing sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. There is IQ, there is EQ, there is SQ. IQ can be replaced by technology, by the advanced technology, but EQ and SQ can never be replaced. And the world is suffering from these two badly, a lot. Yes. So science helps you to do things better, and spirituality helps you do better things. That is the difference. Science helps you do things better. Spirituality helps you do better things. Science speaks about matter. Spirituality tells you what matters. You know, science is giving, better facilities to live. It makes things better. Spirituality makes people better. These are the differences between the science and technology. And science gives answer to the questions, but spirituality tells us what are the right questions to be asked and to get the answers. And in this way, we need to find the balance between the two. Last, this, and we have just last, after this, one more question is there. So question for the blockbuster movie of 2023. ये तो पता होगा? हाँ? Which one? नहीं. I'm talking about the whole world, not just Bollywood. You know? Yes. Actually, it is the second blockbuster. The first one is Barbie, I think. And the second number पे जो थी, a film by Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. हाँ? Sorry?
हमें भी दिखाई थी कोचिंग.
दिखाई थी आपको? किस किसने देखी ये movie? How many of you have watched? Okay, good. So actually, this was the dream of Christopher Nolan to, create a movie on the life of Oppenheimer, and he did it really well. मैंने देखा तो नहीं, मैंने सिर्फ ट्रेलर देखा था. It's really good. Yes. So we know about this person. I have also quoted about him in the beginning of the Gita session. What is the thing about Oppenheimer? Do you remember?
The manufacturer of bombs.
Atomic bomb. But what's in its relationship with Bhagavad Gita?
At that time, yes.
Now
I have become that of bombs.
Yes. So at the time when atomic bomb was tested, और जब ये मशरूम निकल के आया, at that time दो thoughts आए थे ओपनहाइमर के माइंड में. First, he was amazed. Wow, what I have created. And the second thought was, time destroys everything. Now the destruction of the world is beginning. Albert Einstein in his time created a clock. He called it doomsday clock. doomsday clock. And वो clock क्या actually? He set it when he built it. वो 8 मिनट पीछे रखा था 12 बजने पे. You know, midnight. 12 is midnight. It is 8 minutes for to reach midnight. And 8 मिनट पीछे रखा हुआ था. And that is after seeing all the factors in the world, what is happening around the world. And Albert Einstein said that when this clock is going to reach midnight, the world will destroy. That is going to be the doomsday. The world will end. So after considering all these factors जो कि Albert Einstein ने लिख के गए थे, to set that clock every year in the month of March, this month itself, these scientists come together and they set the clock. You know, how minutes further from the midnight. In 1970s or 80s something, I don't exactly remember which year, जब ये एग्रीमेंट हुआ था पूरे वर्ल्ड के कंट्रीज के बीच में फॉर द ग्लोबलाइजेशन एंड टू कोऑपरेट विथ ईच अदर, एट दैट टाइम उस क्लॉक को 12 मिनट पे सेट किया गया था, देन मिडनाइट, एंड दैट वाज द फर्देस्ट फ्रॉम द मिडनाइट. In the year 2008, when there were disasters, natural disasters, terrorist attacks, it came to 12 seconds to midnight, the closest to midnight. But you will be amazed. In the year 2023, it was the closest of all, 8 seconds to midnight. Because of all the wars happening, because of this, explosion of technology and the pollution in the world increasing, the depletion of ozone layer happening, so many factors in the world, so near to just being destroyed. But don't worry, कलयुग है 4,32,000 साल का है, अभी जस्ट 5,000 साल निकले हैं, तो 4,28,000 साल तो चलेगा, तो उसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं है. It will go long. There's a lot of years remaining. So here Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Kalu asmi lokakche krit pravraddo lokan sama hartum iha pravrattah rite api tvamana bhavishyanti sarve ye avasthita prati anikeshu yoda. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. This is how time works. Time destroys everything permanently, everything which is temporary, and we are only left with the thing which is eternal, which is soul. We are not human beings in a spiritual journey. We are spiritual beings in a human journey. And the sooner we realize, the better we can arrange our life in a way that we can, reach the destination. So this I have already shared actually. 2023 में क्या-क्या नहीं हुआ. These are just natural disasters, And in this, the wars are not being mentioned. Time takes away everything temporary and leaves us with everything eternal. Now to end with, what is the goal of our life? What is the goal of our life? The very first question we started with. What is the goal of our life?
Eternal.
Please answer this. At least this much I can hope to get it from you. What is the goal of our life? Huh? Yes, happiness. Nothing complicated. Just let it be very simple. Happiness. What is the kind of happiness we are looking for? Huh?
Everlasting, ever increasing.
Yes, permanent, ever increasing, shared with loved ones, and full of variety. ये चार elements वाली happiness we are searching for. Permanent, we don't want कभी खुशी कभी गम. Ever increasing, we want it to increase forever. Shared with loved ones, we wanted to share it with our near and dear ones, and at last it should have variety. Variety is the mother of enjoyment, Prabhupada says. So we want this kind of happiness. Where such kind of happiness can be, seen. कहाँ दिखती है, कहाँ मिलती है? So here in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives the address of that happiness, the destination where we can find such happiness. So in the 18th chapter, at the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna start भी इसी से किए थे, and he is ending again the Bhagavad Gita with the same thing, so that we should not forget what we are looking for. Please recite after me. ब्रह्मभूता प्रसन्नात्मा
ब्रह्मभूता प्रसन्नात्मा
न शोचति न कांक्षति
न शोचति न कांक्षति
समा सर्वेषु भूतेषु
समा सर्वेषु भूतेषु
मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम.
मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम्.
One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward every living entity, and in that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Yeah, so Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. We want to be Prasannatma. We don't want to be sad Atma, depressed Atma. We want to be Prasannatma. And that is how we can be. Yes. So at last, the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation in the 18th chapter, the lesson to be learned is spirituality does not stops you or stops us from being happy. It teaches us where to find that real happiness. Many, many times, we see people have this big misconception. Sadhu matlab serious. Sadhu matlab, grave. Grave होते हैं because they are not being in this concept of temporary material world. So they are being little grave while dealing in this world. But they are, sometimes they feel monk-like. Monk life matlab sad life, serious life, grave life, गंभीर life. ऐसा misconception है ना? The first time when I came to ISKCON and when I saw in the Kirtan people dancing, I was like, ये पागल है क्या? ये क्या कर रहे हैं? ये डांस क्यों कर रहे हैं ऐसे? Awkward लगता है नहीं देखने में, ये नाचना गाना, what is this? But जब खुश होता है व्यक्ति तो क्या करता है? खुश होता है, आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, आज मैं मेरी गेट में AIR1 लगी है, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. भाई तुम खुश हो, बट तुम्हारे चेहरे से समझ नहीं आ रहा तुम खुश हो. यस, खुश मतलब भाई आज तो मजा आ गया, बहुत खुश हो और चल पार्टी करते हैं, चलो कुछ बाहर खाने चलते हैं, गाने लगाते हैं, डांस करते हैं, लाइक दैट इज हैप्पीनेस. हैप्पीनेस मीन्स नाचना गाना. So that is how it is. So therefore we see in the one of the research also done by IIM Ahmedabad, they were doing this research on the qualities of a good leader. एक अच्छे लीडर के अंदर क्या क्या क्वालिटीज होने चाहिए. They came up with a list of qualities, and in that list they are having some prominent qualities which should be there. And one of the prominent quality in the leader which should be there is a leader should be happy. लीडर खुश होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर लीडर खुश नहीं है ना, तो उसके अंदर जो काम कर रहे हैं उनको वो इतना फ्रस्ट्रेट कर देगा जितना वो है या उससे ज्यादा ही. Yes. So therefore he should be happy. Then people under him who are working, they will be happy. And then they will work more. Then they will give more of their time and energy. So then the research, who are the most happiest people in the world? That is there in the research paper. You can find it. I am Ahmedabad. And you know, after searching out throughout the whole world, different categories of people, the Buddhist, the religionist, the atheist, the materialist, the spiritualist, the impersonalist, they write in their research paper, the devotees of Krishna are the most happiest people in the world. That is there in their research paper. So it is very easy. No, it is there in the research, it is there in the Gita, it is there in your personal experience. कल जो कैंप में चलेंगे, they will see what this happiness which we are talking about. Yeah. So कल क्या होगा, सुबह हम निकलेंगे, we'll go in the morning by bus, and then we'll reach Maheshwar. We'll start with Kirtan. Then after Kirtan, there is going to be a talk. Wisdom is required. क्योंकि क्या होता है, स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज से हमारी फेथ बढ़ती है, और जब फेथ ज्यादा डीप होती है उतना ज्यादा हम relish कर पाते हैं. When we know that Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different, then while chanting Krishna's name, we can feel that bliss which Krishna is talking about. So then talk will be there. Then we'll have some activities or games. Then after that, we'll have Narada Snan. या डेफिनेटली मॉर्निंग में ब्रेकफास्ट ऑलरेडी दे दिया जाएगा. यू मस्ट बी फीलिंग इसमें खाना कहाँ है. इतनी सारी एक्टिविटीज बता रहे हो बट भूखा रखोगे क्या. सो मॉर्निंग में ब्रेकफास्ट विल बी देयर एंड देन विल हैव दीज एक्टिविटीज. नाम का स्नान, गर्मी आ गई ना अब तो. सो 1-2 घंटे बढ़िया सहस्त्र धारा में, एक एक धारा में जाके, वहां पे कोई वाटर पार्क टक्कर नहीं दे सकता. आई कैन से दिस टू महेश्वर सहस्त्र धारा. वहां पे इतना अच्छा नेचुरली नर्मदा जी जो है उन्होंने थाउजेंड्स ऑफ वेव्स में डिवाइड हो गई हैं, एंड डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पूल्स बन गए वाटर के, बहुत अच्छे और बहुत साफ पानी है. कोई गंदगी नहीं है पानी में. सो देयर वी आर गोइंग टू हैव फन. विल प्ले सम गेम्स इन वाटर आल्सो, एंड देन उसके बाद फिर आएंगे अहिल्याबाई का किला देखेंगे, लंच प्रसाद लेंगे, विल हैव सम कीर्तन अगेन, एंड देन विल कम बैक टू IIT. वन डे full fun, complete fun, but spiritual fun, not something material. Okay, so I hope you are coming and participating in the camp. So with this, I would like to end this session here. Thank you very much for attending this. In 5 minutes, I just want to share with all of you the course which we are going to launch from the next week. So अभी हमने ये जो अभी जो सेशन देखा, it was just the overview of some of the chapters, उनमें से कुछ जो हम lessons ले सकते हैं, the relevancy which we are seeing of भगवद गीता. बट अभी हम फुल फ्लैश्ड कोर्स लॉन्च कर रहे हैं नेक्स्ट वीक से भगवद गीता के ऊपर, जिसमें पूरी गीता स्टडी करेंगे, इंट्रोडक्शन से स्टार्ट करते हुए 18th चैप्टर तक जाएंगे, चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर, एंड वी विल टेक वर्स टू वर्स. बट लाइक डेफिनेटली एक एक वर्स लेंगे तो फिर 700 वर्स हैं गीता में. So we can take this course throughout our whole lifetime. Yeah, but we need to complete it not in this lifetime but in 1 year, so that we can again study it in a great detail, further details. So therefore in this way we are going to complete. So see, this is a glimpse of the curriculum. First we will start with the introduction, in which we are going to discuss the history behind Bhagavad Gita, a little bit about Mahabharata. Then we are going to study these characters, 3 characters only. Arjuna, who teaches us the art of self-management; Bhishma, the art of decision-making; Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these 3 personalities we are going to study about, because उनसे जो हमको lessons मिलेंगे, they are very very relevant. हर एक सेशन में काफी सारे lessons होंगे जो कि बहुत practical होने वाले हैं, जो कि अगर हम हमारी day to day life में apply करेंगे, so we'll see a lot of change in our lives. And not just that, with that we are going to also cover the Siddhant part, the philosophy part of Bhagavad Gita. So with this course, the philosophy of Gita will also be covered. So Bhagavad Gita के first chapter में हम क्या क्या cover करेंगे? Here is the glimpse. सिर्फ पहले ही श्लोक के ऊपर 3 classes हैं. So 3 classes will be required just to cover the first verse of Bhagavad Gita. And in the first class, we are going to just study Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Why in the Gita, the topmost scripture in the world starts with the name of the person. Because of him, this the battle of Kurukshetra, Mahabharat happened. A person who was too much attached to his family life. Why? Yes. So we are going to discuss the wisdom from the first word of Bhagavad Gita, the Vacha, the power of wear, the weight of intentions, dealing with your fears. हम सबको fear होता है ना, डर लगता है ना. So कैसे उससे deal करना है? Finding blessings in friendship. Interesting लग रहा है सुनने में? Topics. This is all there in Gita. What is in a name? नाम में क्या रखा है? Transformation through sound. How sound vibration can transform our character. The signs of victory, facing problems head on, deeper perspective of stress management, and why Arjuna did not want to fight. Second chapter is the summary of Bhagavad Gita. It is one of the biggest chapter of Gita. This one and the 18th chapter are the biggest chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. So second chapter में काफी सारे sessions लगेंगे. There are 17 sessions in just second chapter. First is losing perspective and finding perspective, two roles of God in our lives, respecting our great fortune, dealing with indecisive nature. कितने लोगों को ये प्रॉब्लम आती है लाइफ में? Indecisive nature. ये करूं कि वो करूं, क्या करूं, एमटेक करूं कि जॉब लूं, हाँ जॉब भी इंडिया में करूं कि फॉरेन में करूं, डिसीजन लेने में बहुत दिक्कत आती है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डील विद दैट. डू यू वांट टू प्रूव और improve? This we are going to discuss. The role of a guru, the power of soul के ऊपर we are going to have 2 sessions because you see 11 से लेके 38th वर्ष तक कितने श्लोक हैं ये टोटल? 20 श्लोक. 20 verses कृष्ण is just speaking about soul. आत्मा क्या है एंड आत्मा का नेचर क्या है? नैनम छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनम दहति पावका न चैनम क्लेद्यन्ति आपो न शोषयति मारुतः. Like this, so many words are there in the Bhagavad Gita. Then the power of tolerance, the juice of life, 3 motives of life, becoming a karma yogi, characteristics of a karma yogi, advantage of karma yoga, and then in the last 3 sessions we are going to discuss the 10 benefits of practicing spirituality. ये बहुत important one है. After attending these sessions, even just if you attend the second chapter, which is the summary of Bhagavad Gita, you'll not be feeling like leaving the course in between. एक भी सेशन आपको मिस नहीं करना चाहिए, और अगर आप मिस करते हैं तो you should watch the recording before coming in the next session, because otherwise your concepts will be gone and then उसको cover up करना बाद में मुश्किल होगा. Chapter 3 we are going to discuss dealing with confusion in life. Spirituality is not escapism. काफी बार लोग सोचते हैं ना स्पिरिचुअलिटी मतलब छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार, है ना, ये कुछ नहीं कर पाए तो बस साधु बन गए. वो आईआईटी बाबा, माता पिता को बहुत डरा दिया बेचारे. आपके भी पेरेंट्स डर जाते होंगे अगर आपने बताया होगा कि मैं जा रहा हूँ गीता सेशन में. बोले अरे कहाँ जा रहा है बेटा, अभी तू भी न्यूज में आएगा नेक्स्ट कुंभ मेला में 12 साल बाद. सो आईआईटी इंदौर में पढ़ता था, अभी कुंभ मेला में बाबा बन गया. सो नो, इट इज नॉट escapism. That we need to see. The yoga ladder we are going to discuss. Symptoms of a self-realized soul. Real sadhu कौन है? इंडिया इज नोन फॉर स्पिरिचुअलिटी, बट अभी यही हमारी सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी बन गई है. क्यों? क्योंकि जादू करने वाले साधु ज्यादा हो गए मार्केट में. रियल साधु गायब हो गए हैं, दिखते नहीं है. और दिखते हैं तो लोग उनके पास जाते नहीं है, क्योंकि वो जादू वाले साधुओं ने उनकी फेथ उड़ा दी. हाँ, वो आके जादू दिखा दिए और बोले ये साधु है क्या. So that is the difficulty. So therefore we need to see the symptoms of a self-realized soul. Krishna says that intelligent person जो है वो शास्त्र के थ्रू देख के जज करता है, not by his whimsical ways or means. Ways to solidify your connection with Krishna, becoming a modern day sage, tools to manage anger, and the process of purification. Chapter 4, the history of Gita. Who is Avatar? Avatar किसको कहते हैं? Do all paths lead to the same goal? काफी बार लोग बोलते हैं ना जतो मत ततो पथ, कोई भी रास्ता चूज कर लो, अल्टीमेटली सेम गोल को ही रीच करना है. क्या ये सही फिलोसॉफी है? आर ऑल गॉड्स वन? क्या सारे भगवान एक ही हैं? डिकोडिंग द कास्ट सिस्टम. आनंद विवेक प्रभु नहीं आए, वो मेरे से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे थे कि एक सेशन प्लीज सर इस पे कर लीजिए. ये वर्ण सिस्टम जो है, क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र ब्राह्मण, ये क्या होता है, एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस, इसके कारण भी काफी ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन है सोसाइटी में. So decoding the caste system, the science of action and reaction, karma and akarma, vikarma, ये सब क्या होता है ये हम डिस्कस करेंगे. How to lead life unaffected by reactions and learn to sacrifice. And at last, in the 4th chapter, we are going to discuss the art of working in Krishna consciousness. 5th chapter, how to live in this world but not of this world. We want to go to the spiritual world, na? So how to live in this world but not of this world. And then who is the doer of all actions? Symptoms of a liberated soul and the peace formula. भगवद गीता के लास्ट श्लोक में भगवान बताते हैं, 5th चैप्टर के लास्ट श्लोक में भगवान बताते हैं कि शांति का फॉर्मूला क्या है. दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. चैप्टर 6, योगा ऑफ कली. कलयुग का योगा कौन सा है? इम्प्रैक्टिकलिटी ऑफ अष्टांग योगा, फेसिंग फेलियर्स इन द पाथ ऑफ योगा, आर्ट ऑफ माइंड कंट्रोल. Yes. Chapter 7, reality of Krishna consciousness, learning to see God in everything. Why people can't accept Krishna. 2 पार्ट होंगे इस पे. And types of people who will come to Krishna. ये भी we are going to discuss in 2 parts. Chapter 7 का summary, and then accept God or reject God, choosing to worship Krishna. And then Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, doubts a sign of intelligence. क्या लगता है? Doubts a sign of intelligence or sign of ignorance? Intelligence. Prabhupada said a sign of intelligent person is that he asks questions. Asking question is a sign of intelligence, not a foolishness. Understanding death. How many of you want to understand death?
So that we can manage it.
No? Yes, it is the ultimate reality. We should understand. 8 ways to remember God, attaining the supreme, conquering death through devotion. And then dealing with envy. Why is Bhagavad Gita considered the greatest of all knowledge? Development of faith, conceiving the inconceivable. Who is fool and who is cool? अच्छा लग रहा है ना सुनने में? मुझे भी अच्छा लग रहा है. आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड. अगर 2-4 लोग भी आएंगे ना, स्टिल इट इज फाइन. So this wisdom is so exciting. मुझे पढ़ाने में ज्यादा अच्छा, ये पढ़ाना नहीं है एक्चुअली. वी आर जस्ट शेयरिंग. आई एम नॉट टीचिंग हियर. आई एम नॉट अ टीचर. मैं भी प्रैक्टिशनर ही हूँ. कौन है? यू वांट टू गो? हाँ, या. So I'm also a practitioner. I'm just like your friend, sharing this with all of you. Yes, we are learning together, growing together. So I hope you will participate. So the power of devotion and the simplicity of devotion. And then chapter 10 में the source of everything. Gita is a nutshell. Gita in a nutshell. And you are a spark of God's splendor. That we are going to see in chapter 10. अभी इसके बाद ना एक सेशन में चैप्टर खत्म हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इसके बाद छोटे छोटे चैप्टर आते हैं. विश्व रूप दर्शन, डिवोशनल सर्विस, नेचर, द इंजॉयर एंड कॉन्शियसनेस, द 3 मोड्स ऑफ मटेरियल नेचर, चैप्टर 14. चैप्टर 15, द योगा ऑफ द सुप्रीम पर्सन. चैप्टर 16, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, डिवाइन एंड डेमोनिक नेचर. यहाँ पे भगवान बड़े क्लियरली बता दिए कि देवी एंड आसुरिक लक्षण क्या होते हैं एंड कैसे हम समझ सकते हैं कौन डिमोनिक पर्सन है एंड कौन डिवाइन पर्सनालिटी है. द डिविजन्स ऑफ फेथ, चैप्टर 17, and chapter 18, Sharanagati, in the 3 parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. With this, we are going to conclude our journey of Bhagavad Gita as it is, beginning with the introduction, ending with the chapter 18. So I hope you will participate. Next week, group में ये curriculum के साथ curriculum भी share कर देंगे, poster भी share कर देंगे, register करने के लिए Google form भी share कर देंगे. You all can register, whoever is willing. ऑफलाइन ऑनलाइन दोनों वे में सेशन होंगे. सेशंस रिकॉर्ड भी होंगे. आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू नॉट मिस एनी सेशन टू द बेस्ट ऑफ योर एबिलिटी. एग्जाम्स के टाइम पे हम पॉज कर देंगे. एग्जाम्स के 1 हफ्ते पहले ही पॉज कर देंगे. यू नो, 1 week before the exam we'll pause the sessions. We'll have some other mantra meditation sessions so that we will be connected, ताकि पूरे कनेक्शन लूज ना हो जाए. बट द कोर्स विल नॉट बी कंटिन्यूड, बिकॉज यहाँ पे अगर सेशन करना है तो 1 घंटा तो मिनिमम चाहिए एक सेशन के लिए. So please, I request in these sessions, come on time. I'll start on time. We'll end on time. We'll have some Q&A and then we'll leave. Okay. After your exams, there will be holidays for 1 month at least. Yes. In that span of time, we'll sprint. We'll run through. Like we'll have 2 or 3 sessions a week. Online. Yes, because you'll be at home. So then we'll be having these sessions online. And 3 sessions a week, alternate days में कर लेंगे. And in this way we'll cover this. Some cost will be there, but not too much, so that all of you can afford. 100-200 rupees ही रखेंगे, but just so that सब लोग ना आ जाए. We don't want so many people. We just want sincere ones. Okay? क्यों? क्योंकि ये कोर्स के साथ you need mentorship also. You need to ask questions. You need to also be guided, because this is not a journey which is theoretical. It is very practical. So experiment भी तो करना पड़ेगा ना साथ में. So वो experimentation में you need the help of a guide. जब experiment करते हैं तो कोई guide होता है lab में. So yes, so we need to give you the personal one-to-one touch for that, and therefore we need sincere ones. Okay, so 15-20 devotees भी अगर register करते हैं, it will be okay. We'll go with that group, and we'll just create one group of those sincere students, and we'll cover this group. Am I clear? Sorry for taking a lot of time, but हम 7:50 पे शुरू किए थे, sorry 6:50 पे शुरू किए थे, नहीं सही बोल रहा हूँ मैं, हाँ 6:50 पे शुरू किए थे. 6:30 तो टाइम था, बट शुरू करते करते 6:50 हो गया था. So 7:50 we ended, and now there will be prasadam, but before that we have celebration, birthday celebration, or of not just one devotee or two devotees, but of 3 devotees. So अभी recently इस मंथ 3 devotees का बर्थडे पास हुआ है. So हम उन तीनों का बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, and then we'll have prasadam. Okay.